Hi everyone! Welcome to the grand finale of the Fall Garden series. Fall gardening is all about growing cool weather vegetables. These vegetables we're going to get planted out in a raised bed today, so I'm very excited about that. We have had an unseasonably warm fall this year, so I've had to really put off planting my cool weather vegetables. We've got cool weather in the forecast this week, so fingers crossed that these vegetables are going to thrive. Now, we did plant a lot of vegetables in the Fall Garden series a couple of months ago, but due to the heat, a lot of them didn't make it, so we'll definitely be replanting these over the next couple of months. But for today, these have actually been growing under grow lights inside, so they've been nice and cool in the house, and we're going to get them planted. So join me, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Now, for you northern gardeners who are already into your winter weather, maybe you have some of these vegetables growing outside already. A lot of them are frost tolerant, but if it's too cold to grow where you are, stick around. We're going to be doing some indoor gardening. And also for your southern gardeners, like here in Southern California, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, Florida, winter is a great time to grow cool weather vegetables. So let me show you, we're going to plant these. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's get started. We're partnering with Smart Pots for this video, and you guys, I have got to show you what I'm going to be growing in here. This is Smart Pots' brand new urban raised bed, available in spring of 2021. I'm so excited about this. It's tall, it's about 18 inches tall. It is so sturdy and plenty deep enough to plant vegetables with deep roots like tomatoes and even watermelon. Even a small tree would fit in here. So I put this together the other day myself, and it's really a neat design. It hooks together with PVC pipe, so it's super sturdy to hold up under the weight of all the soil. And I'm just so excited to be planting my fall garden in it. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. So let's get to planting. Before we get our plants in, we're gonna fill this baby up with soil. Now, I'm actually repurposing some of my old potting soil. This is Good Dirt potting mix that was in some other containers. I've got it about a third full with the old potting mix, but I'm definitely gonna add some fresh, new Good Dirt potting soil so that we get all those good nutrients that my plants need to thrive. Now, one reason why I do love Good Dirt is because you can use it time and time again. It's got an ingredient called bog bits in it, which is a byproduct of peat moss, sustainably harvested peat moss. And it's one thing that helps your soil not get compacted and really helps give it a lot of air to breathe. So we're gonna dump some of the brand new potting mix in my urban raised bed. And I do like to pre-moisten my soil before I get the plants in. That way the plants have the moisture right off the bat to get off to a good start. So just wet it down, and then we're gonna mix it in. Basically, you want your soil in your containers to be the consistency of crumbly brownie mix. You don't want to have any big dry spots. So I like to mix in the water, add a little bit more soil, and then continue mixing it in until the whole container is moistened. Now, one thing I like about the urban raised bed is the side supports. Now, you buy your own PVC and connect it together. It's very easy to do, but it's super sturdy so the fabric doesn't cave in. You guys are gonna love this. This 2x4 raised bed holds about 14 cubic foot of potting mix. So you can definitely save money by reusing some of your old potting mix, then adding new for fresh nutrients. So we're just wrapping up the soil prep here. This is definitely the step that takes the most time when you're planting, but well worth it because it really ensures good growth of your plants. Our soil's looking good, nice and crumbly, no dry spots. Now, the last step we're gonna do is add in some drip irrigation. So if you're not sure how to do drip irrigation, go back and watch my video on how to install drip irrigation in containers. Super easy, and it will really help your plants get consistent water. So I've already got the drip irrigation hose run up through the little slit in the side of the urban raised bed. So we're just gonna go ahead and attach it or secure it with the landscape staples here. Gonna run a line right along the back and then about every 6 inches throughout the raised bed. Now for my favorite part, getting the vegetables in the raised bed. First, what I'm going to do is lay out my plants. Now we started these plants indoors about 8 weeks ago. It was way too hot to grow these cool weather vegetables outside. And these are all from the Callie Kim Fall Garden seed collection. Now a lot of these can also be planted directly in the garden beds as long as the temperatures are under 75 or 80 degrees in your area. So again, your southern gardeners, now is a good time to start seeds outdoors, cool weather seeds that it can grow throughout the winter. This is a collard plant. Collard is a wonderful, actually I'm gonna put it over on this side. Collard is a wonderful superfood. It's a green that grows well in cool weather and in hot weather. Super delicious in salads and smoothies and all kinds of things like that. This is a broccoli plant, another cool weather vegetable. Broccoli can grow quite tall. I'm actually gonna put broccoli right in the middle. Collards over on that side. And then on the other side of the broccoli, I'm gonna put the red acre cabbage. This is a beautiful cabbage. It's a nice compact size, so it grows great in containers, doesn't take up a ton of space. So I think that's a good little threesome for my raised bed here. And then I'm actually gonna squeeze in some beets. These are actually not gonna grow for the beet roots themselves, but just for the greens. Once beets are exposed to heat, they get stunted, but you can grow the greens and eat the greens in salads, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna scooch the collards over just a little bit. We're gonna squeeze some beets in there, and I'm gonna plant some seeds from the Fall Garden seed collection along the front. So let's go ahead and get to planting. First, I'm gonna pop in the cabbage here. You guys are gonna absolutely love growing your own cool weather vegetables. And you southern gardeners, keep on planting throughout the winter time. It's actually a lot more pleasant to grow in the winter than the summer lately. Our summers have been so hot that it's really nice and pleasant and cool during the winter time to grow vegetables. So first what I'm gonna do is just dig a little hole so I can pop my plants right in here. It's always kind of nice just kind of to eyeball things and lay them out just so you get a view for what your raised bed's gonna look like. So this has been growing in this little Smart Pots transplanter. The sides just peel right back. And we are just gonna pop this right in here. Aren't these leaves absolutely beautiful? I just love the purple color. And I love the nice compact size of this raised bed. It's 2x4 space. Leaves me a lot of room to plant some flowers in little pots around this little deck here. And it's really holding up well to all this soil too. Okay, so we've got our Red Express cabbage. I'm gonna mark it. And next we'll move on to the broccoli. The same process with broccoli. Again, broccoli thrives in cool weather. A lot of times in warm winter climates, we have a hard time growing cool weather vegetables because we have some days that are in the 70s and 60s, then we get a random day that's in the 90s. So sometimes the cool weather vegetables kind of struggle here in Southern California, but we'll do our best and try and keep them shaded on those hot days. I'm gonna go ahead and take this broccoli out, and you can see a little cabbage worm has been chewing on the leaves already. I actually have 2 broccoli plants in here. So we'll see how they do, and I may have to pull one out if things are looking too crowded. But I did want to go ahead and plant 2 of them in case the cabbage looper gets to one. That leaves me a good backup. Oh, I can just taste that broccoli now. And when broccoli gets too hot, it tends to flower. But no worries, the flowers are also edible, and the bees absolutely love them too. So we're gonna just do the same process for the collards here. It's just so easy to get these cool weather vegetables planted. If you haven't started yet, now is a great time. You can grab my Fall Garden seed collection and my book, which gives you all kinds of information on how to grow your own vegetables. I'm actually having a sale right now for this weekend. With the code SPOOKY, you get 25% off anything at calliekimgardenandhome.com, including the seed book bundles. And that sale runs until Monday, November 2nd. I just love the bright green colors against the fabric of the Smart Pots. The one thing that's nice about Smart Pots is it is a fabric container. So the fabric has good drainage, it's nice and breathable, which gives your roots more oxygen, which really helps your plants grow and thrive. So we'll get the beets in here, and these are gonna make for some colorful salads. And I am going to be planting out some of the smart pots behind me too with brand new seeds so that we actually get some beets with roots as well. I just love the color of these leaves and of these stems. And it's just so nice knowing I'm growing and planting my own healthy vegetables. It's well worth the effort. Now I left a little bit of room in the front of my raised bed. I did that on purpose because I want to plant some lettuce. Greens are such an easy cool weather crop to grow. If it's under 75 or 80 degrees in your area, you definitely want to plant some greens. I'm going to plant the Grand Rapids, which is from the Fall Garden, the Bronze Mignette, which is from the Lettuce Garden Seed Collection. And lettuce is so easy to plant from seed directly in your containers. You're going to absolutely love growing lettuce in your cool weather garden. So first of all, the Bronze Mignette is one of my favorite varieties. It has red tinge leaves. I'm going to plant that right along the strip irrigation hose here. And the color contrast is going to be so, so pretty. There we go, there's our hose. And I'm just going to sprinkle it lightly. And lettuce is such an easy vegetable to grow. It needs light to germinate, so you don't even have to cover it up. You just press it down. As long as your temperatures are under 80 degrees, you're going to see it sprout in about 3 to 5 days. The next variety I'm going to plant is called Grand Rapids lettuce. And one reason why I like Grand Rapids is because it tolerates the cool temperatures, tolerates frost, and it also is very heat tolerant. So when we do get those random 90 or 85 degree days in the wintertime, Grand Rapids as well as Bronze Mignette does very, very well. And the color contrast in here is going to be so, so beautiful. The green of the Grand Rapids, the red tinge of the Bronze Mignette against the fall vegetables in the back is going to make a really beautiful statement, along with all the colorful flowers I've been planting out here as well. Last thing is to water everything in to get the plants off to a good start, get them settled in their new home. You guys know the drill here. We're giving them the Vermistera worm tea, which gives them great beneficial bacteria and really gets them off to a good start. And I'm also going to put in some of the Good Dirt plant food, which is higher in nitrogen, which will help give them a nice new burst of growth. So we can get them growing and then get to harvesting as soon as possible. It just feels so good knowing I have my cool weather vegetables planted. And it's going to be so much fun to watch these grow and harvest over the next couple of months. Fall gardening is just so much fun. So if you guys haven't got started, grab my Fall Garden Seed Collection and my book. You can pick it up in the book seed bundle, save yourself some money, take advantage of the sale, and get some of your beautiful fall veggies growing. I want to thank Smart Pots for partnering with us on this video. Make sure that you watch out for the new urban raised bed in spring of 2021. I know you're going to love growing in it as much as I do. Well, let me know down below if you're growing any of these cool weather vegetables in your garden, and make sure you stay tuned. All throughout the winter months, we're going to have plenty of green and try and get some flowers in there too for you all throughout the winter months. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos, and let me know what you're growing in your garden. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.